and rotate the nose up before the end of the runway. Pull back before the end of the runway. Perfect. And pitch forward. That's good. 12 degrees nose up, landing gear up when you're ready. Good. Pitch the nose down to 10 degrees for me so we can accelerate the speed. That's it. See the number on your left are increasing slowly. Okay, at 180 we can go flaps 1, 2 notches forward.
2 notches forward?
Yep, 2 forward. 1 and 1 more. Perfect. 10 degrees, climbing, runway heading. Very good. Approaching 200 knots, flaps up. Perfect. Landing gear off. And the thrust back to 80%. Okay, that's it, about it.
Too far, was it?
That's right, we'll adjust that. And we do a climbing turn to the left. This time we will climb to 5,000 feet. Okay, so when you're ready, you can start banking the aircraft to the left. With a little bit nose up. That's it, good. Also, you notice that there's a light illuminated in front of you.
Yep.
That's the master caution light. That illuminates to attract the attention of the pilot if there is a problem. Okay? The problem at the moment is fuel pump, and basically it's telling you their fuel. See that?
Yep.
Over here, that's your fuel gauges. Left and right are pretty much full. The main tank, the big fat tank, is actually completely empty. We don't have any fuel left on there. So what happens? The fuel pumps are overreading on the main tank. Over here, see that?
Yep.
Low pressure. So you need to switch off the 2 in the middle. Those 2, correct. Perfect. Fix the problem. Good.
Awesome.
And we keep going left. Now what we do, we bring the thrust back to 40%. And we're going to level off all the way back. That's it. Lower the nose a little bit forward. The beep beep that you just heard, that to tell you that you basically climb 440 feet above the assigned altitude. So now we stay at 5.5, okay?
Yep.
Let's see if we can maintain 5.5. So pitch nose a little bit up. And as you fly in higher, a little bit more thrust is required to maintain at the same speed. If you're flying at 38,000 feet, that's a normal cruise altitude, you will have to use thrust up to about 80% or 90%, because obviously there's less density in the air. And keep going left, we're tracking towards that pink line. See the yellow orange indicator down here?
Yep.
Just become orange. When you're passing the altitude, this is an altitude where you need to basically go on the standard pressure. So when you're flying on the runway, you're using the pressure basically measured from the tower. Okay, that's the pressure on that airport. When you're passing that cruising altitude, then all the aircraft that are cruising at that altitude are going to use the same standard 1013. This one here. Okay.
Yep.
So when it illuminates, you have to basically press the button over here. Okay. Now it's back green because we are below 5.5. So the cruising altitude in Ireland is 5.5. That changes from country to country. In Australia, it's 10,000 feet. So above 10,000 feet, all the aircraft are using the same pressure reference. The altimeter here, that works basically with the pressure reference.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Notice what's happening here?
Autopilot.
Correct. You can let the controls go. And that is illuminated again, approaching 5.5. See that?
Oh, yeah.
So it goes from green to orange when you're approaching that altitude. Alright. No. So, do you know how the autopilot works? A little bit?
Very, very little.
So people usually believe that autopilot means the system that flies by itself. The pilots can go on the back having a coffee. It's not really like that. It doesn't work like that. So the autopilot is controlled from the mode control panel over here. The mode control panel is basically telling you mostly those here. So speed, heading, and altitude. So the autopilot is doing what we select in here. At the moment, it's flying runway heading selector 155. He's flying a speed of 245 knots. And it's maintaining a speed for us an altitude of 5,500. You can look there, 245,
yep.
5,500. and the heading as well, 145 over here. So if you want to descend, you need to select it here. You need to rotate left and select 3000. You can do that for me.
3000?
3000, left to 3000. 3000. That's it.
Sorry.
That's it. That's it. Good. 3000 feet. So the aircraft is not descending yet. That's because this slide illuminates to tell you that you need to select a vertical speed. The aircraft wants to know how much you want to descend. Okay? So here we will select 1400. So up minus 1400. Good. And we can use manual brakes to up the aircraft slow down. So you can lift this up and bring it all the way back in the flight detent position. That's it. You can select speed to the left to 210. Left 210. Good. So we are basically, when you're pitching down, it's like on a car. You change the gear and you go downhill. The car will accelerate. The aircraft is the same. So we're using the speed brakes to help maintain the aircraft steady during the descent. Okay?
Excellent.
Good.
Good then.
Okay. What we can do, we're going to flaps one notch down. And we're going to bank the aircraft to the left using this selector here. Okay? We're going to rotate this left to 100. Good. In fact, the aircraft is banking left. And we keep reducing the speed. 180.
180.
Good. Flaps, another 2 notches down. 1 and 2. Perfect. The aircraft is going down as required, and is try to bring the speed down to 180. Looking good. And we now select 2500, so we continue the descent. 2.5. That's it. Good. That's basically comes from the chart. Obviously, I'm not inventing any. So down here, we want us to be at 2500 on the final approach. Okay?
Yep.
And we're going to track 347 down to the runway. So 347 there.
Yep.
Good. What we do for the final approach, we select also the auto brakes. You can select that for me to about 2.
2.
That's good. Okay, you can go with the speed brakes in the arm position for landing. So it will be automatic deploy when you touch down. So a little bit up,
Yep.
select that notch there. Good. And rotate the heading to the left for me to 020.
020.
Yep, 220 basically. Very good. So see what's he doing? It's basically flying towards that pink line.
Ah, yeah.
And keep reducing the speed, 160. So okay, we check the distance, 8 miles, gear down. And the flaps, 2 notches down, 215. Good. Speed is dropping, and we are 2500. And we are below the glass loop. The glass loop is a vertical profile which will get us into the runway. Okay? So we are approaching the glass loop, and then we're going to follow the glass loop all the way down. You maintain the glass loop by basically maintaining that diamond on the center position there.
Yep.
Good. Now get ready on your heading bag. Turn left to 347.
347.
Yeah, quickly to the left. That's it, not too much. A little bit right, 347. Good. Fantastic. Keep slow down the speed, 142. And approach.
And that'll bring the airplane in straight into the runway. Yeah?
Correct. So he's trying to do the job that is supposed to be done from the pilot.
Yeah.
He's flying the localizer and he's maintaining the glass loop. And autopilot is maintaining also the speed as required. Okay? Flaps down to 30. There you go. And we engage the second autopilot as well. Press this button.
This one?
That one? Correct. Good. So if one fails, this is the other autopilot which takes over straight away.
Okay.
Runway is in front of you.
Yep.
and we are on the approach. We're going to use the autopilot until the minimum altitude. Minimum altitude is 660 feet. Okay? That's 660, not on your altimeter here, but on the radio altimeter there. That's the actual altitude from the ground. You see it a little bit different. It's about 400 feet difference.
Yep.
So this is based on that pressure altitude there. Okay? As a reference. That is actually your radar on board, which is telling you basically how high you are from the ground. Look in front of you, we got 2 yellow and 2 red, and we established in for landing. So we're going to do a landing checklist. If you can read the last bit down there for me.
Which one?
Just the landing.
Oh yeah.
Engine start.
Engine start switches.
Continuous over here.
Yeah. Speed brake.
Speed brakes is armed.
Landing gear.
Landing gears down.
Flaps.
Flaps is set. Look up 30. And so the landing checklist is completed. You just did 1,000 feet. So 2 hands at the control column. And get ready for the minimum altitude. We got 900 feet to go now. And we got 2 yellow and 2 red on the runway center line. Speed is good. Experience 556, short full stop.
Flight Experience 556, cleared to land.
Cleared to land 556. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Autopilot is disengaged. 500 feet to go. On the localizer. Okay, start bringing the nose a little bit up. That's it. You want to touch with your main gear first. Okay, a little bit more up. That's it, hold it there. 100. Right hand on the thrust lever. When you're 50, back to idle. And all the nose as it is. Touchdown. Spoiler deployed. You can use gently the reverse thrust. Always low down on the runway. Speed is reducing on the left.
Yep.
80 knots. And close the reverse thrust. Perfect. You can go with the spoiler forward. Flaps up. Auto brakes off. You can select the landing lights off. Those 4 switches. Yep. And then the 2 as well on the neck. Those 2. Yeah, perfect. Good. And we pull the parking brakes all the way back. We come in and stop. Perfect. Pull it. Makes it like a click. Perfect. Well done.
Awesome.
Nice touchdown.
Good job.
Alright, let's go to Hong Kong.